What is crucial to emphasize is this, okay? I don't think, right, the whole Singapore history has been based upon fear, anxiety, dread. Okay, that Singapore is vulnerable. Because a lot of the reasons why Singapore is successful is because of rock-solid promises, right? Which is what essentially the pioneer generation of leaders did, right? They made a promise and delivered, made a promise and delivered. If I'm not wrong, that's also the reason why Jurong Island succeeded and why GTC succeeded and all the other groups succeeded, because they honored their promises. So actually the interesting thing about the promise is that it is not something which is new. We already have a cultural inheritance for it, right? It's just that I don't think it is in the consciousness of the narrative, right? In people's minds over here, we see a lot more of the vulnerability, we're going to die, we're going to die, we're going to die, sort of things over here, than this other story of rock-solid promises. And the funny thing about it, I think, is that there's a lot of prejudice around that story because we think that's propaganda, right? And the absolute curse that we will give upon ourselves is the same way that I think I cursed myself when I said that Titanic is just full of shit. The first time I watched it, right, what happens is that, so my girlfriend at a point in time, right, absolutely loved the film. She watched it 9 times, right? And what happened over here is that as she kept watching it, right, I just being brainwashed by this thing. And I wasn't listening into what was speaking to her heart, right, that she would watch it again and again and again. And I looked at that itself and I despised it, and I said over here, you're just being silly or foolish. And I feel a lot of that, right, in Singapore. So sometimes when we say we declare a love for Singapore, right, or a promise, or a faith in the promises that we have, people will look at us and say, oh my God, you just watched Titanic 9 times. What are you, stupid? You got fluff in your head, is it? Yeah, but it's a very heavy prejudice, I think, that somehow has to drop. Because we will curse ourselves if we forget that the promises is what really made us successful. Yeah, we will curse ourselves. Because fear, anxiety, dread won't bring you anywhere. You'll know this. Yeah, it really won't. I say this as a teacher, I've never seen a single student, right, really do well in the long term from fear, anxiety, dread. They can do well in the short term, but they get exhausted very fast. Somewhere by university, they're a nervous breakdown. Somewhere along the line, they're nervous breakdown. But the ones that operate, right, from genuine dignity, capacity to learn, openness of experience, right, confidence in what they're going, it's okay if I get a B, it's okay. Wow, they last very, very long.